Hey everyone, it's Jurdi here. In a previous video, I shared with you a big picture overview of the disc profile. In this video, I'm going to go in detail of one of the behavioral style, communication style, and that is the I, which stands for influencers. Remember the disc. The purpose of this is for you to become a more effective communicator, to build rapport and trust. Whether you're a business owner, how to be able to communicate with your team, get the most out of them. If you are working in an organization, how to be able to communicate with your boss better, with your coworker, with direct reports. If you have to be able to even talk with a patient coming over to your clinic, make them feel more comfortable depending on their communication style. If you're a salesperson, how to tailor your presentation to fit your prospects' communication style. In this video, I'm going to talk about the I's, the influencers. All right. So in this column here, these are the strengths of the I's. In this column right here, these are areas where they can improve their communication. Then we're going to go into what their fears are and what difficult persona that comes out of when they're under stress, when they're fear of something, when they're under stress, and how they're able to cope with it. All right, so one thing you can remember about the I's is fun. Let's make it fun. Let's make it enjoyable. Let's get together, have a drink, have a happy hour. Let's be happy. Let's think outside the box. Let's be creative. They don't like the mundane daily things. They don't like to sit behind a computer and doing the same thing over and over. That drives them crazy. They want to be out with people. Why? Because they are extroverts and they are people-oriented. These are where the I's are. So, for example, they walk into the room, they have no problem to making friends instantly. They are, they love to talk, but as a result, they can come across as, they're missing the point, okay? They'd be all over the place at times, all right? So that's why they can miss details in their creativity. So they'll be the one that coming up with proposing a week. Why don't we do it on the first week of July? And then one team member would say, hey, isn't that the 4th of July week? I think we're off. Oh, okay, right? So, they're very creative, but they miss out the details. So, pay attention to details. Likability, they love people. They are liked by people. They're influenced. They're very charming. They're very charismatic. So people are drawn to them. And as a result, they can come across as disorganized. You walk into their office, their car, you see everything's everywhere. For them, it's organized. They know everywhere everything is, but what it appears to be that it's just not very organized. So it would help for an I to become more organized so that they become even more efficient because they have a lot of leadership qualities that they can utilize more of. They're great team players because they love people and they are liked by people, but they can miss deadlines because they tend to talk about things more than they actually do. So as a result, it's very important to stay on task. Because they love chatty stuff, they love to talk to people, they can miss the logic behind it. So support your ideas, your passion, your creativity with logic, and that would resonate much better with people. That would gain credibility for you as an influencer. The biggest fear: being ignored, unrecognized for their hard work and for their creativity. So when they're stressed, one of the biggest difficult persona that will show up is what we call them snipers. Meaning, if you're in front of the room and they are, they're stressed with you, they have no problem making sarcastic comments that could, make you feel uncomfortable in front of public. And they're very witty in front of the public, so you don't want to go into this back and forth with them. You probably most likely lose. So therefore, if you sense there's something there's tension, point it out right away, immediately, and you can go not okay with in a way that, hey, I sense there's something there that I'm missing. Did I do anything wrong? Just have that conversation flowing, and they have no problem expressing their feelings because they are extroverts and they are people-oriented, so they like to maintain good relationships. Therefore, when you sense it, when you feel it, say it, okay? How to able to cope with it? As I said, just make sure that you point it out right away before it just becomes bigger and bigger. All right, so that's the influencer. We talked about what the strengths, what their areas of opportunities are, what the biggest stressors are, and what the difficult persona that shows up and how to able to cope with it. And look for the next videos where we're gonna go through the S and the C. Until then, be fearless and always be growing. Cheers.